People in the passenger vehicle industry is the fastest growing part of the Transport Union because it's become a big issue for government, local, state, to ensure that people start to commute on public transport.
For $19, $20 an hour, the services they provide to our community are second to none. School children, elderly, disabled, people that rely on public transport services can't do without our bus drivers out there. And this is about us, our bus drivers, standing together and saying we're going to work together to drive up standards in our industry.
Driving up standards is about increasing the standards in the bus industry. It's about making sure that facilities are available for drivers when they need it.
It's an appalling industry at the moment. It's low wage, effectively sweated labour. People have cancer rates 3 or 4 times the national average.
There are risks. There's deep vein thrombosis. There's back problems. They can have bends in the spine. There's heart disease. There's
no scheduled or provision for breaks or meals in their rosters. They're sweated, they're effectively driving themselves into the ground, just providing a community service, and it's not good enough. When I was on night shift, there was, even though there are toilets around if you want to look for them, the run I was doing, there wasn't any in between, A to B, and I was doing that for 4 hours. Held it in for 4 hours and ended up in agony. I ended up with an infection,
Safety is definitely an issue. Out there, we're having attacks now, on average of about 2 a week have been reported to us.
Somebody, he was angry because I was in front of him when we were merging lanes, and so I got to merge first. So he's overtaken me on double lines, angry that I was in front of him, and flicked a cigarette through my window, through the bus window, and hit me on the hand. It burnt my hand.
Now, recently in Queensland, we've had some serious attacks where we've had 30 people surround a bus and attack the bus to throw iron bars through it. That sort of stuff's got to stop. Now, that young guy that led those 30 kids to attack that bus, he got a very, very minimal fine, and he also got a slap on the wrist. He didn't even have a conviction recorded against him. That's got to stop. We demand penalties commensurate with the acts that they're performing on these bus drivers.
This is a campaign for bus drivers and their families and our communities, bus drivers providing critical public transport services to people across Queensland, finally standing up for themselves and standing up for their communities and saying that enough is enough. We're tired of getting assaulted, we're tired of getting bashed, abused, treated like we're second-class citizens. Bus drivers are valued members of our community.
Well, recently we managed to get some driving training for the Surfside Bus Company down on the Gold Coast. Now, this is about violence avoidance, it's about conflict resolution, and ultimately it's about self-protection. We believe that every driver should be trained in that same system, in conflict resolution and violence avoidance.
We've had some fantastic victories where members in that industry have had many days off the job striking to get better conditions and have won all their penalties back. Fantastic achievement right throughout the whole state.
There was a lot said to our company, like I said, last year with our negotiations, and now some of the toilets that we're using, they have given us some women's facilities there, which was unheard of before. So they must be listening. Someone's listening, because we've tried and now they're actually doing something. So I put that down to the campaign, because it was these guys that pressured them.
Once we start getting a reduction in attacks on bus drivers, we know that it's working. Once we get bus drivers that stop ringing me up and saying, I haven't had a lunch break today because I can't find anywhere to have lunch, that's when we know it's working. That's our measures. But to do that, we need to increase strength within our union. We need to represent the majority of bus drivers in Queensland, and we're working towards that.